Welcome back. In this lecture, we are going to design our header menu, our main way of navigating our entire website. So start off by going into Visit Site. From here, we're going to move up and click on Customize. We're going to go down to Menus and then click on Menu 1. And this is where the fun starts. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the one that says invalid here. It's a page that we probably removed. Click on it and click on Remove. There we go. So we're also going to want to remove the home button. Why do we remove it when it leads us to the home page of our website? Because we will be using our logo instead. If you click on the logo directly, it also takes us to this page. So this home button just wastes valuable real estate space in our navigational menu. When it comes to designing our website, it's all about giving users the best possible user experience and thinking about what is it that we want to show and present to them. Only the very best should be taking up their attention. And a home button is not a part of the very best. About, very important. Having a blog here that's going to be called Explore, very important. Search, the account, the cart, all very important. Home, not so. And the most important, the product that we will displaying here. So we're going to talk more about user experience principles to make sure that our website reflects the strategy that we're building here for us or for our clients. It's all about getting the users hooked and interested in your product. So we're gonna move up to where it says home, gonna fold that one down and click on remove. Now we're not gonna use the blog either. I'm gonna fold that one down and click on remove. Now I'm going to click on add items. So what I'm going to want to add is the Explore, which is the blog page, but we just call it Explore. And I'm also going to want to have a shop page. So I'm going to add that one as well. Now I'm going to fold this. Now what I want to do is just reorder them. Which one do I want to show first? I want shop to show first in order to be most accessible, to put this one all the way up to the top. So I'm just going to click on reorder, click on the up arrow, and now shop is going to be the first thing that appears for them. And then about and then explore. Now I'm very happy with this setup. This is in order of importance. Shop is the most important thing we have on our website. About is going to be about the actual brand, which is very important to build that trust for visitors that come. And explore, while it's important, it's much more important to bring in the traffic rather than engaging with the traffic when they are on your site. You want to engage with the traffic here, with the product that we will be putting up here, and with the shop selling the product. So when you're arranging these, remember the user experience, what's most important. Put the most important page first. And then we're going to click on back, and we're going to click on back again, and we're going to go to header, main header, and we're going to change the layout. Now, when it comes to design, there are good designs and there are bad designs for sure, but it's also very subjective. Now, this layout is a very classical and fine layout for sure, but I like layout number 1 a lot. I think it's a beautiful modern look that also separates the navigational menu a little bit better. So we have our shop, about, and explore over to the left, and to the right we have our search, the account, and the cart. And here is our home navigational button that's also not wasting a lot of real estate, but it is giving some nice space before this section appears. So I absolutely love this design, and I recommend going with number 1. Now with this theme, for whatever reason, when you scroll down, you're gonna notice that the entire background changes color. And there's an easy way to fix that. All we're going to do is move over to Style, go down to where it says Background Color Sticky, because this is known as a sticky header, meaning that it sticks when you scroll. If it wasn't a sticky header, the header would just disappear when you scroll down. But when you have an e-commerce, it's a very good idea to keep it sticky, so when they add your products in, they can see the cart here all the time. So background color sticky, we're going to click here, and we're just going to move it all the way there, and then change it to white, just like this. Click it away, and now when we scroll down, it stays white. Much better with our design, for sure. So now we have a beautiful, nice menu, and while we're at it, there's one more thing that we want to change. Notice that when we scroll down, there's a little button down in the lower right corner that looks like this. It's called a scroll to top. You can click on it and it scrolls you all the way back up. Honestly, I think people are fully capable of doing that themselves, so we are going to be removing that button to make things more clean. So I'm just gonna go back, go into general, click on scroll to top, and then enable scroll to top, turn it off. And now with all these beautiful changes, I'm just gonna hit publish. And all of this is saved. So while we're going to be working our way down, we're going to make a quick little jump over all the way to the bottom and work on the footer as well. So then we're gonna have our header and our footer menus that encapsulates our entire website done before we start moving on and working on the content of our website. Very exciting. See you in the next lecture.